As Chelsea become the champions of Europe once again, beating Manchester City by 1-0. Loads of different spins on this. I mean, there's celebrations, obviously, from a Chelsea point of view. Tuchel got it absolutely bang on. Loads of celebrations when it comes to certain players and individual performances. A lot of excitement when we're talking about the Euros. Obviously, the squad gets named next week, doesn't it? And the two full-backs for Chelsea have maybe made a bit of a claim for starting berths. I think Mason Mount's an absolute shoe-in, isn't he, in the starting 11 now?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I look at it and go, there's a lot of England players out there tonight. Some of them performed very well. I think the only one there's a big question mark over at the minute has to be Sterling. You know, and he's been a big player for England, but I just think...
What about Stones? What about Stones tonight?
Stones was shaky. Was up all over the place in the first half. He just didn't look himself. And I think he's had a great season. But in the last month, he has started to... Them mistakes have started to come back into his game. He looked nervy tonight. He looked very nervy. So that is a worry. But the big positives for me were Mason Mount, Reece James, and Ben Chilwell. They all played well. They really did. And, you know, it's exciting times. But the John Stones and the centre-half situation that we find ourselves in England at the minute is worrying because Maguire's injured. John Stones looks a little bit shaky. They're our two best centre-halves.
Yeah. Just from people from who support other teams might have a different opinion on this when it comes to the full-backs, because we do have quite a big selection at right-back, don't we? Let's be straight. But how important is it to be picking those lads that are used to winning? You know what I mean? For going into a big tournament like that. And listen, Trent's got a great argument for that. He's won the league. He's won, obviously, the Champions League as well himself. So there's a call for, well, we're picking this guy because he's used to doing it at the top level.
But they've all won, really, haven't they?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Carl Walker's won the Prem.
Yeah.
Trent's obviously had experience.
Reece James has done it now. Yeah.
Reece James is a Champions League winner, so they're all winners.
Sorry, Luke Shaw, you're not in some. Sorry, mate, you didn't make it.
Yeah, I mean, the only one is Luke, you know, bless him. He's had a great season. Look, I mean, you want to pick players who are obviously in form, who have got that winning mentality, that feeling of winning. It definitely helps. It's going to be tough for Gareth Southgate. It's going to be someone very unhappy, but it was good to watch. Reece James, I thought, was, I have to say, outstanding in the first half, especially when Sterling, every time he tried to stand him up, he got left 1v1. He had him in his pocket. And going the other way as well. He's the threat going forward as well, which is a big thing now, obviously, in that right-back slot. Absolutely.
08717 22 3344. Steve's a Chelsea fan. Steve, welcome. How are you? You there, Steve?
Hello, my friend.
How are you, Steve? Go on, mate. It's all yours, pal. What do you want to say?
Well, not too bad, thank you. Nice to hear from you both. Was saying earlier on, I think a mention should go for Frank Lampard, actually. Last season, the 1920 season, he got Chelsea into the Champions League. And I think it was a game against Wolves, the last game of the season. They won 2-0. Basically put them into that position in the first place. Now, I'm not saying that based on the results that followed, Lampard didn't deserve to go and Tuchel was the right man, but maybe just a word of thanks to Frank for dealing with that situation and dealing with it well and get them into the Champions League.
Yeah, but shouldn't they be in the Champions League regardless?
Yes, they probably should. They probably should, but he did have a bit of to a degree, he did have one hand tied behind his back in the what he had to work with last season, didn't he? So
he definitely brought through some brilliant young players, you know, and I think they've gone on and done better again this season. I think Tuchel's come in and got more out of them, if I'm honest. But he did. He paved the way for him for sure.
He did, and I'm not, as I say, I'm not disagreeing with the change in manager, and Tuchel's done a great job. As I said, just to thank you to Frank for getting them into that position when, you know, they probably didn't look as though they were going to do very well. I think they were only thought to have been able to achieve mid-table position the 1920 season. So he did do quite well there, and, you know, well done, Frank. But that's all history. The change in manager was the correct decision. But good luck to Frank in whatever he does now.
Top man. Nice one, Steve. Alan wants to talk about Reece James. Alan, welcome. How are you?
How we doing? We good?
Well, this is very good, mate. Yeah. Saturday night, isn't it? What's not to love about Saturday night? What do you want to say, Al?
Before we start anything, champions of Europe, we know what we are. I had to do it. Right, Reece James, absolutely outstanding tonight. Absolutely, had Sterling in his pocket all day long. The other side, Chilwell as well. Our fullbacks going forward, back, defending, forward, and going up top as well, attacking. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Do you think he has to start for England, Reece James?
I think so. Personally. I think Trent Alexander-Arnold, he's had a bad season, but his stats don't lie. He's still up there with the stats-wise, do you know what I mean? So he's got to go for me as well, but I think right back for us now, it's got to be Reece James. Big game like that, and he's turned up like that as well. He's got to go in. He's got to.
As well, just Mason Mount for me is, again tonight, his energy, is the way he drives the team forward, the way he gets on the ball, he hits killer passes. That ball for Havertz was brilliant. Now, he's another one for me who's a shoo-in now to start for England.
100%. Even before tonight's game, him and Foden. To be fair, before tonight's game was even called. I think both of them need to be in that squad, without a doubt. 100%. 100%.
Do you know who we've not spoken about tonight?
Go on.
The ref.
He was good.
We ain't spoke about him, have we?
I liked him.
Mate, I thought he was mint. I love characters.
Yeah.
And all right, some maybe want to be the centre of attention a little bit too much and make it a little bit about them. But every single decision, I thought he got it absolutely nailed on.
Yeah, I like the fact. Well, I think when Mason went off, he went up to him, shook his hand.
Yeah. Well, there were a complaint, weren't there? I think Sterling was giving him a little bit of jip at one point, and he slapped him on his backside. He said, "Come on, mate, get on with the game."
Get on with it.
He was fist bumping him when they were clearing off. Brilliant.
You respect refs like that. When you've got a ref you can actually talk to, you can actually have something with him. I hate these refs that just kind of run away from you all the time when you're trying to chat to him. I thought he was brilliant. He had a brilliant game. Where does he ref? Do we know?
I don't know.
What league is he?
I don't know, but I'm going to watch a little bit more of him. Well, you were talking to the refs in a nice way?
No, I was a nightmare with refs. I was horrible. I hated refs. I really did.
Scott, you want to talk about the ref, don't you, mate?
I do, mate. Yeah, because it was Antonio Lahoz. I just want to, because it's easy for people to throw a ref under the bus in this day and age.
Yeah.
But it was the same ref that, as a Liverpool fan, it was the same ref that adjudicated between Tottenham and Liverpool. And yeah, fair enough, there's a bit of a team bias there, but, it's fair calls one way, fair calls the other way. But then you watch him, I'm in a room full of Chelsea fans, and you're watching the game tonight, and he's right there where he needs to be. I mean, he's kind of like Kante in that respect. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. And he's seeing that call when, City are calling for a penalty, they're calling for the
got it bang on.
And he's like, no, off of it, no. Nothing. You've not seen that kind of clarity since Kalina. He's right where he needs to be, and he's all around that pitch.
Yeah.
He's harder working than a London bus.
You know what I liked about him, Scott? He didn't rely on VAR.
Yeah, man, he reffed the game.
He reffed the game.
Exactly. He was a 90s ref. He was right where you would be. Champ manager 98, boom, straight in there. You look at him, you look at that hairline, and you think, well, he wants a Rooney hair plant.
Yeah, he's got one like me, mate. He's got the same haircut as me, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Adam, he has got the same haircut. You probably make about the same kind of money as him, but...
not at all.
But no, exactly no. But that's what I mean. It's the first person to throw the ref under the bus. But when it comes to the biggest... Because let's be honest, there's people arguing that, City, they won the Prem and everything. No, you're both right. Champions League is the highest, it's the finest kind of quality when it comes to football. And City have not turned up. Chelsea have turned up, and they have decided, no, this is our game. And the ref has been there, and it's not Timo Werner. It's just been straight on. Chelsea have come at it, full-blooded, and the ref has gone, we're playing a full game here, boys. You can sit there and throw down. I mean, let's be honest, Rudiger, he just stood still, right? Yeah. And then what's he gone? De Bruyne has come away with a black eye, and what's he done? Like, Rudiger had 1 second to react. And
it was Libby. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing.
Well, all right, fair enough. I mean, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I ain't got no horse in the race. So, yeah, it might have been a tactical squat. But at the same token, did he deserve Bruyne running off with a black eye, greeting like a 6-year-old? No, it didn't deserve that. Let's be honest.
Champions League final, though, mate.
Yeah, come on. He's given him a black eye. He's had to walk off the pitch. He's crying.
He didn't even knocked him out, has he?
He's given him a black eye. He's not punched him down at a
No, listen.
He's got a black eye. It's not like he's holding his ankle and he's not really hurt.
It's not an RKO out of nowhere. He just stopped moving.
Scott,
Yeah, but running into Rudiger is like running into a brick wall.
Scott, did you say that you've been enjoying it with Chelsea fans this evening?
Yeah, I've got 6 Chelsea fans next to me. As a Liverpool fan, I've got no horse in this race. We were lucky to get top 4, let's be honest.
Well, you're
third. Finished third.
Yeah, mate. Flan in at third, yeah.
You know, but these Chelsea fans, I've got to gossip, they are over the moon. They are off their tits on happiness.
There we go. I wondered how long it'd get, Fruity. Nice one, Scotty boy. Nice one, mate. Thanks for coming to join us.